Hi, I'm Diane from Truestar Talent, and I'm here with the very talented Pam Sutherland. Hello, Pam.
Hello,
This is
Diane.
all about you. With that in mind, can you tell me a bit about your industry experience?
Well, I started off in recruitment in the 1990s, and then I moved into financial services in the early 2000s. And I worked with Halifax, Bank of Scotland Investment Services, and then later with Lloyds for about 10 years. And I effectively ran their outsourced recruitment for all their advisory roles. So whether you were coming through direct or through an agency, you'd come through me and my team. We'd do a competence-based interview after sifting, and then you'd be put forward to the hiring manager. So as I say, we did that for about 10 years. And when Lloyds then devolved their advisory service, we were made redundant. I was turning about 40, and it was that whole point of, what am I going to do with my life? What do I want to do next? What's going to make me happy? And by spending the time thinking about it, I worked out, I love clients. I love helping people. I'm naturally a nosy person, so I like to really understand stuff and I like to channel that for good. So I put into work. And I thought that's really me being a recruiter again. So I came back to financial services full-time recruitment. And when I did that, I then also then started Truestar Talent in 2015 as a company. Then in 2020, we became a national and we spanned from Scotland all the way down to Cornwall. And they're all people that I've known for about 20 years with different hats. So at some point they've recruited for me, sometimes I've recruited for them, sometimes we've recruited together. So we all work in the same way and we all really care about what we do, and it's just a really fun load of people to work with. And then in 2023, we then also launched TrueStar Legacy, which is for IFAs who are selling the businesses. So effectively, they're trying to find the right home for their people. And it's very, very similar to the recruitment process for us. So it felt a very natural synergy to put the two things together. So effectively, that's what I've been doing.
Lovely. So tell me, why do you choose to do what you do?
Advocating for others, I think, is first and foremost why I do what I do. Whether you are looking for a new job, or whether you are someone who needs to recruit, or whether it's you're retiring and you're thinking, crikey, I need the right home for my clients. You need someone in your corner who knows you, who gets you, who will advocate for you. And that is what I do. And that is why I choose to do what I do. And also, as I mentioned, we've got a great bunch of people here that we've all worked together a long time. And the average experience here is about 35 plus years in financial services and financial services recruitment. So we know what we're doing and we do it in a really ethical way. So that really feeds into the advocacy part for me.
So what is it then that makes you love what you do?
Oh, helping people.
Mm,
Helping people, I get a kick out of that. So listening to your needs so that I can help you is really, really, really fundamentally what it is. So if you are looking to recruit someone, or you're looking for a job, or you're looking for a new home, we have to understand your goals so that we can really truly help. So a bit like a really good IFA, we start with the soft facts, we do the fact find, do the research, and then recommendation. So it's very, very similar to how, it works on the other side. So we've been around a long time. I love what I do. I'm not going anywhere, so it's once you know me, you always know me. So it's about those long-term meaningful relationships rather than a short-term hit. So last week, for example, I had a candidate call me out of the blue. I'd not spoken to in about, well, quite a while, but I placed them about 9 years ago. And it was great because we picked up where we left off, and it was just, how are they? How are they getting on their job? How's the family? It's about having that level of interest in someone, and I think that's how you truly help.
well, that's lovely. It brings me nicely on to the next question. What do you really care about then in terms of your values?
Doing the right thing. I think everything stems from that. If you treat people how you would like to be treated yourself, you're not going to go wrong. It's about if you listen to people so that you can help them, you can make sure that the quality is right, you're introducing the right people to each other, it feels seamless, there's insights given to people so that they're making informed choices. No one sells to anybody here. It's about showing things that match their needs and explaining why, and for them to then see whether or not it's the right fit for them. And if it is, great. So I always say to everybody, if you are A, looking for a job, recruiting, or selling your business, if it's feeling hard, if it's feeling like work, you're doing it wrong, right? When it's going really well, it feels fun, it feels seamless. And the great thing about everyone here is we do a lot of work in the background to make it feel that way for you.
Lovely. Can you tell me something that you enjoy outside of work then? Or something people would actually be surprised to know about you?
Oh, that's a good question.
Mm.
Okay, so I love Crocs. The spangly ones, the tie-dye ones, the ones you wear on your feet, basically, those sorts of Crocs. I think they're comfortable, I think they're loud, and I think something a little different to how I am inside work. Um, I'd probably also say from a work perspective, something you might not know about me is when I was 17. So I was at school, I was a school leaver trying to decide what I wanted to do with my life. And at that point, I went and saw a career counsellor, and it was in the times before internet and software. So it was all done on paper, and you had to fill in a questionnaire, and then they would come back with the results. Now, friends of mine, they got their results back, and they had like a plethora of different things that they could choose from. I thought, oh, great, that's going to be me. And then when it was me, I got two. One was a librarian, and one was a rockstar manager. So, firstly, librarian. I'm a bit chatty, as you might come across. I wasn't sure whether or not I could be that quiet for that extended period of time in a job. And the rockstar manager, I was like, I'm 17. What career path do I get to be a rockstar manager? And the very nice lady really didn't have a real career path for that. So at the time, I felt really, really frustrated about it all. But now, 30 odd years later, I look back on it and I realise that where I am now, I am surrounded by a team of people who are very, very talented, and they are a joy to work with. And I also utilised stuff from the librarianship because there's a lot of research that we do and a lot of research I get a kick out of. So I'll research companies, I'll research people. And then I can explain that in a really clear way to people. So the two things sort of marry together quite nicely. So I imagine that when I retire, I'll be sitting in my library with all the books I haven't had the time to read, with my feet up in my spangly Crocs. Now that's my ideal scenario.
I love that story. Is there anything else you'd like to add here at the end?
Well, we're a national company and we really, really care about what we do. The great thing is that we have recently, in the last couple of years, won a number of industry awards in financial services for doing things the right way. Now, rewards in themselves are not the important part. The nice thing is being recognised for what you do. Now, we really, really care for everyone who we come in contact with, and we are with you every step of the way. So if you'd like to find out more about what we do, come and have a chat to us. We'd love to get to know you.
That's lovely. Thank you very much, Pam.
Thank you.